Hey, we're gonna have the full breakdown and details to everything that happened with Big Jook. And a lot of people overlooked, a lot of people missed the key facts that Blac Youngsta, his brother, got sent up right before Big Jook even got into this situation.
Exactly. When Blac Youngsta left CMG and he dissed Yo Gotti, this is when people started looking like they were looking for Blac Youngsta. Where like people say he moved, he fled to Mexico, Cancun. The next thing you know, as soon as Blac Youngsta's brother gets into Memphis, he got spotted at the gas station trying to go through dude's window. This is exactly what they needed to take him out. It was already, since the fact that Blac Youngsta dissed Yo Gotti, it was pretty much anybody had on the chopping blocks that was hanging out with Blac Youngsta or associated to them.
This what makes everybody think that Big Jook and Blac Youngsta brother, they was hanging around with each other. Everybody knew this. He was freely to drive to any gas station in Memphis before this even went down. Even Yo Gotti said Blac Youngsta brother, he was cool in his own hood. So how did this happen to him in his hood?
And exactly, so when even back then, like Blac Youngsta was with Big Jook, he dropped them off for the 100 shots. That's why they said they seen Big Jook car again back then driving by Young Dolph Sprinter van. Fast forward to now, as soon as they hear, okay, Blac Youngsta was with Big Jook, then once he started getting the issues with Yo Gotti, and then his brother get hit up, the retaliation ended up being that they was gonna try to like see where Big Jook was and catch him in Memphis slacking, due to the fact that Blac Youngsta, he knows that Yo Gotti's gonna be like up and away somewhere with Angela Simmons in New York. So once Big Jook came into Memphis, it was pretty much a target put on his back, because Blac Youngsta, he wasn't even in town. He had his peoples already like walking around and everything. You gotta remember, Shondell Barnett went to Castalia and went live. They went to diss Dolph, and so he's already connected. Even though he got signed by Yo Gotti, Blac Youngsta already was clicked up in Memphis. It's too small of a town, and everybody knows everyone. You know, Double R and Trula know exactly who the rappers are and who knows who's actually linked up with who.
This is why Blac Youngsta brother, he kept leaving in and out of the city. That's why he was in Miami for about 4 months, and then he came back. As soon as he came back, same thing that happened with Young Dolph. He get instantly shot up at the gas station. For somebody to even get caught up in a situation in their own hood, regardless of what side they was on. Young Dolph was on PRE side. Young Dolph, he didn't know this was gonna happen to him. Blac Youngsta brother, he was on CMG side. Regardless of what clique that he was rolling with, this went down at the gas station in his own hood, and the people who were standing outside, these are the same people who knew for a fact that this is something that could have been a retaliation from what happened with Young Dolph. You can't really say or guess that this was something that was an inside beef. Regardless of what him and Big Jook got into it about, ain't no way that Blac Youngsta would even go out there that far to put up no money like that. And as soon as Young Dolph got sent up, what Blac Youngsta do? He went and said what he said. He went to the graveyard and did what he did. You can't take that back. As soon as Big Jook went to that place after that funeral, Big Jook knew that he was gonna get sent up. He knew that this was gonna happen to him. This happened to anybody who go out there in these streets and think that karma ain't gonna come back around to bite them. Regardless of how they look at it, Yo Gotti, he feel that he don't want his brother to go out like that. Your brother should have never even been in this situation or even got himself jammed up with his own people, let alone knowing that he still got beef with PRE from what happened with Young Dolph.
Yup, and when Blac Youngsta and them, they were trying to get the location drop on Big Jook. So once he went to his peoples, the hitman told him, we need Big Jook's phone number to get the location dropped. Blac Youngsta already got Big Jook's phone number from Yo Gotti in his phone. The first day he got his advance, he went to pick up the check at the CMG office. Big Jook was there. He signed the paperwork. And so this is how they knew that the only way to get close to Yo Gotti is to actually get his brother, because this is what everybody's been doing. The feds have been trying to get to Yo Gotti. They couldn't get to him, but they got to his brother. Blac Youngsta, anybody who was pretty much after Gotti or fell out with him, and now they was trying to get revenge on each other, because it's a lot of bodies around this whole entire thing, man. It's a lot of people got dropped on both sides and everything. Not just from the people sliding from Dolph, but the internal own beefs between CMG, between Blac Youngsta and Yo Gotti, the fallout that happened due to the fact that a lot of people that got caught up as suspects, they were Blac Youngsta's friends. A lot of people that got caught up as suspects, there was Yo Gotti's artists. And so it all pretty much went to a clash, because once the first person told, and they told on once the first person told Shondell, they told on Shondell. That's Blac Youngsta's best friend. He felt some type of way against Yo Gotti and Straight Drop because of them telling on him. This is what pretty much fueled the whole beef between them. They crashed out all summer in Memphis. A lot of people got affected. Even the cookie shop, they were scared to open up that original location, because they knew for a fact that it was too much going on. Big Jook and them couldn't be driving by there every day. Somebody would try to do something.
They caught one of the dudes at a gas station in Indianapolis. He traveled all the way from Memphis just to go out there to try to get away and hide from this whole situation. Anytime you go out there and you do this to somebody like that, it's gonna be consequences and repercussions. Y'all was masked up. How did y'all get caught? The reason y'all got caught is because y'all sat there and told too many people that y'all did that. And I know a lot of people said that Maurice Hill was the main one. He spotted them. He know exactly how tall certain people is, how certain people look, and how certain people ride in certain cars. Y'all already know that white car that they kept seeing that pulled up there and did that to Young Dolph. That's the same white car that they always see riding in the hood that be coming right there in that same parking lot serving people. So everybody know that that's a familiar car. It was identified, and the people, they posted it, and they instantly told everybody. Maurice Hill said that Young Dolph's brother ran out there with a drink in his hand and started shooting at them. This is what made them try to basically put everything on the cookie shop. So everything is breaking down now. We coming to the conclusion of, did the white car come up and did they hop out? Did all the people that was in the car hop out, or was it a getaway driver? Was it somebody standing right there waiting for them to instantly get Young Dolph to get out that car? Because they had to wait and see if Young Dolph was going to walk outside of the car in order to even hit up the cookie shop. So it was basically, it wasn't no drive-by, it was a hop out. They hit up the cookie shop. The cookie shop, as soon as the cookie shop got shot up, it was over with. This is what made Maurice Hill and them move downtown. They didn't want to move. Regardless of what went down, they wanted to still stay in the same location that they been in, because that's the location where they was making most of the money at. And Moneybagg Yo, he was the main one. He didn't never even coming down Airways, because he know for a fact that Double R and everybody else, they was gonna spot him. And we already know Double R, B.O. Lil Kenny, they already know Young Mob ain't playing no games regardless of what's going on. And if you know and got your ears to the streets, you already know they don't play no games out there. And Memphis is heating up.
And they said that Young Dolph got too comfortable in Memphis. They said the same thing exactly about Big Jook, because they knew Big Jook and Yo Gotti, to prove a point, they was gonna come back to Memphis, come back to their hood, because they felt like they were untouchable. They felt like they were above the world. They felt like they were above Memphis. But they quickly and soon realized that that's not the way the world works anymore. Because ever since after Young Dolph, anybody that got too comfortable in Memphis ended up getting smoked. And so this situation happened 3 or 4 different times. You got to look at how Blac Youngsta, this was his third brother. that got hit up. And this is not no coincidence. It happened because of retaliations, beef, things that Blac Youngsta chose to involve himself in because of the orders that came from Yo Gotti. So a lot of this, man, it goes back and falls on Yo Gotti too. People got to understand that at the end of the day, they're going to have to answer to all of this stuff, because what's done in the dark is going to come to light. And they know when they get justice for young Dolph, when them people go up on that stand and they start pointing fingers, when the subpoena hits, the feds are going to have everybody in the building. It don't matter if it's Yo Gotti, Angela Simmons, or whoever it is. Because if the indictment has your name on it, and CMG, and they were wearing those chains, and they see the Bentley truck driving by Airways, then they're gonna make sure to bring everybody in, because at this point, MPD, they all been trying to solve this. They told them that they give all of them a raise if they could find out who did this, because remember what Makita's Raven said, it's a lot of stuff coming up. They want to be able to get, like, they want to get everybody on Memphis to side with them to keep everybody going, man.
Just so that they can get justice for Dolph, because they knew the people was watching him. They knew for a fact that if these people who said that they was gonna come to the cookie shop to instantly be there to protect Dolph, if they would have came, he would have never gotten this situation, because the same thing that happened when young Dolph instantly went out of town. He got hit up in the arm, truck got shot up 100 times. He made a whole album off of it. He capitalized off of it because Blac Youngsta thought that it was a game, and he actually got caught at the scene and they arrested him. Blac Youngsta, he knew that this was gonna come back on him, but we know for a fact that young Dolph was a well-respected person, and he's one of the main ones who everybody, they used to look out for young Dolph, and young Dolph always sat there and put everybody into motion. RIP young Dolph. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you rockin' with PRE. Let me know if you rockin' with CMG.